So, exactly why are the homosexual black men of Atlanta upset with Jules Smith? Because I'm really having a hard time understanding as to what the beef is. To me, it seems like y'all, I don't know, maybe thought y'all had a chance with him, or y'all thought for whatever reason he was gay, and then he let y'all know that he's straight, and now y'all mad that promoters decided to book this straight man at a gay club. Like, I don't know.
The girls and the gays and the dolls and the days are mad. They're mad as hell that Jules Smith, the son of Solange Knowles' model and somewhat of an influencer perhaps, came to Atlanta, booked and paid to be at the club for the gays, the black gays in Atlanta, and he didn't do much of anything.
Matthew Knowles just dropped a loud, no-nonsense message to his grandson, Jules Smith, and it's not looking sweet at all. He basically told him to chill out with the whole gay rage baiting situation before it spins completely out of control and starts doing real damage. This wasn't some quiet family talk either. It's giving serious warning vibes, like someone trying to stop a train before it crashes. Sources close to the family say Matthew has been keeping an eye on Jules for months, watching how the online attention builds up, and he's reportedly worried that one wrong move could spiral into a PR nightmare. He's not just thinking about headlines, he's thinking about the brand, the family name, and the future legacy. And honestly, this whole Knowles family situation, it's been messy for a while now, and people are definitely noticing. One minute, Mama Tina is catching heat over that questionable gumbo situation, and the next, Jules is trending for all the wrong reasons, with people accusing him of being gay for pay just to grab attention online. Then you've got Solange with those wild rumors floating around about spiritual practices, and Jay getting his name dragged into conversations tied to the Epstein files. Yeah, it's a lot. And somehow Beyoncé is even getting pulled into the chaos, with people making claims about her personal life and family secrets. Social media is buzzing constantly, memes are being made, and every article fuels even more speculation. The pressure of having one misstep magnified across platforms is insane, and Matthew reportedly feels like the family's reputation has been put at risk more than once. Now add Jules to the mix and things really start heating up. He's been making waves online after people called him out for queer baiting, acting one way for attention, then quickly switching it up just days later. That kind of move didn't sit right with a lot of folks, and the backlash came in heavy. People were not holding back at all, and it turned into a full-on social media storm. Fans were dissecting every post, clip, and story to try to figure out who he really is or what he's trying to do. Some started pointing to past interviews, fashion shoots, and his social media captions, suggesting he's been curating a persona to provoke a reaction. Others believed he was just trying to have fun and engage with fans in a way that wasn't harmful, but the conversation quickly escalated into heated debates across Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and forums, making it nearly impossible for the situation to die down naturally. But here's where it gets even messier. New receipts are starting to pop up online, and they're not looking good for Jules at all.
Maybe they said he got up in that club with 20 women and didn't say shit to them gays, didn't say a thing to them, that he didn't get on the microphone, didn't greet them, didn't speak to them, didn't say a thing.
These aren't just random claims either. People are digging deep, pulling up past moments, and connecting dots that could seriously hurt the image he's been trying to build. And with Matthew stepping in now, it's clear. The situation has gotten way bigger than just online chatter. Every comment, post, and clip is fueling speculation, and people are hungry for more drama. Fans are creating detailed timelines, analyzing every clothing choice, caption, and public appearance, trying to make sense of his intentions. For Matthew, this isn't about controlling Jules, it's about ensuring that the family legacy doesn't suffer while Jules experiments with attention-grabbing moves. So Jules really had people talking when it was announced he'd be making an appearance at Club Opium. And not just any kind of appearance either. Now sure, celebrities popping up at clubs is nothing new. It's actually one of the quickest ways for them to grab easy money and stay visible. But Jules choosing Club Opium specifically? That's what made everyone stop and look twice, because that spot is widely known as a gay club. People instantly took it as a bold signal, like he was finally stepping out and letting the public think they knew exactly what was going on with him. Some thought it was a brave statement, while others believed it was a calculated move to dominate headlines and generate buzz across social media. But here's the thing. This didn't just come out of nowhere. Rumors about Jules and his personal life have been floating around online for a long time now. The second he stepped into modeling and started showing off his fashion style, the internet got to work. Folks began picking apart his looks, his poses, his whole vibe, and started speculating that he might be fluid or expressing himself in ways they weren't used to seeing. It became a whole conversation overnight, with people acting like they had him completely figured out. Some even suggested that he had been testing the waters with online attention, using curiosity about his sexuality to stay in the spotlight. Others argued that he was just being himself, and the media was overreacting as usual. Then things got even more intense when someone online claimed that Jules had reached out, offering to fly them out because he wanted to spend time together and possibly date. That story spread fast, even though there was never any clear confirmation about the full details. People didn't wait for facts, they ran with it anyway, building their own narratives and adding more fuel to the speculation.
I want to give a special shout out to the fans of the LGBTQ community.
Social media exploded with screenshots, gossip threads, and opinions debating whether Jules' behavior was genuine or staged. Memes were created, and users began predicting his next moves, turning the drama into an ongoing storyline that seemed to never end. And once that Club Opium appearance got announced, it just pushed everything into overdrive. Fans, critics, and curious onlookers all wanted to show up, hoping to catch a glimpse of Jules in that environment, or even interact with him directly. The energy around it was loud, messy, and full of assumptions. But while the crowd was getting excited, there was at least one person watching all of this unfold who wasn't feeling it at all, and that tension was about to make things even more complicated. Matthew reportedly shook his head behind the scenes, seeing how fast Jules' actions could be misinterpreted and spin out into public scrutiny. Every post, every appearance, and every rumor became part of the family's public narrative, and the pressure was intensifying like never before. Now here's where things really start to tighten up behind the scenes, because not everyone in Jules' circle was rocking with this move at all. In fact, word is that Matthew Knowles was watching everything unfold and getting more frustrated by the minute. To him, this wasn't just some harmless club booking. This was starting to look like a pattern of risky decisions that could blow back on the entire family name. He reportedly feels like he's repeating lessons he's already learned with the family, and it's frustrating to see them go through this again. Matthew reportedly sat down with advisors and stressed that every headline Jules is generating could ripple through Beyoncé's empire, the family brand, and ongoing projects. Matthew has always been about control, image, and long-term strategy, so seeing Jules jump into situations that spark non-stop speculation?
Community for all of your 3 decades. Yes, 3 decades of support.
Yeah, that didn't sit right with him, especially when the conversation online wasn't just about appearances anymore. It was turning into debates, accusations, and people questioning what was real versus what was just for attention. That kind of noise can spiral fast, and Matthew wasn't about to let it slide quietly. He reportedly tried to guide Jules privately, but it seems like Jules wasn't listening, which only added tension. Some sources even suggest Matthew threatened to limit certain opportunities until Jules figured out how to manage his public image responsibly. Behind closed doors, it's being said that he reached out with a direct message. No sugarcoating, no soft tone. The focus was clear: stop playing into narratives that confuse people or stir up controversy just for clicks. From his perspective, this wasn't about identity or self-expression. It was about consistency and not sending mixed signals that could damage credibility.
Destiny's Child, making them the #1 female group of all time.
Matthew has always emphasized reputation, and seeing Jules make impulsive moves in a world where fans and critics latch onto every word was making him anxious. And timing? That made it even worse. Because right as Jules was building attention from the Club Opium situation, those so-called receipts started gaining traction online. Old clips, past posts, and random claims were all being thrown together, creating a messy storyline that people couldn't stop talking about. It turned into a situation where every move Jules made was getting dissected in real time. People began speculating about his intentions and questioning if he was trying to manipulate attention for personal gain. Threads on social media grew, with users debating whether he was authentic, performing, or intentionally provocative. Every comment seemed to spark 1,000 more, leaving Jules caught in a storm he couldn't escape. What really raised eyebrows was how fast things shifted, from excitement about his appearance to full-on scrutiny about his intentions. People started asking whether he was being genuine or just playing into whatever would trend the fastest. And once that question is out there, it's hard to shake it off. Memes, posts, and news articles started popping up daily, turning the situation into a constant cycle of public evaluation. Some commentators even began comparing Jules' approach to other celebrity controversies, noting that the way he reacts seems to fuel more attention than the original drama. Now, with pressure coming from both the public and inside the family, Jules is stuck in a moment where every next step matters more than ever, and one wrong move could turn all this noise into something way harder to control.
What's the hardest part about me and
you? Misconceptions.
What are the
People think I'm
misconceptions?
gay. You know that?
I am gay.
For you, like, girl?
I do.
Like, you wanna know something that's so crazy?
What's crazy?
You know, like, in the start of my life, when I used to, like...
This is not to be heard.
Nah, for sure. Look, you know, like, the first time I ever heard myself in the media was, I was in 7th grade, and my mom had posted this picture of me. I was dressed as LL Cool J. I had, like, this red
For Halloween?
jumpsuit, yes. I'm 13 at the time. Mind you, I had a girlfriend at the time. I went to school and my girlfriend showed me a picture that my mom posted. And it was on some media shit. And these grown-ass adults was calling me gay at 13 because they were saying I'm pretty. I'm a pretty boy.
The scrutiny is relentless, and social media users are watching like hawks for the next post, story, or rumor. This isn't just attention. This is a situation that could affect his future if he doesn't navigate it carefully. Every video, photo, and comment becomes fodder for discussion, and the spotlight is hotter than ever before. And the one who really wasn't feeling any of this? His own granddad, Matthew Knowles. Now let's be clear, Matthew has publicly shown support for the LGBTQ+ community for years and has spoken up about inclusiveness, especially when it comes to Beyoncé's fanbase. He's never come across as closed-minded, and that's exactly why this situation caught people off guard. Matthew reportedly believes in being supportive of others in the community, but when it comes to family, he has a different perspective. He knows that being a Knowles comes with scrutiny, and the actions of one family member can affect everyone. But here's where the tone shifts. Supporting a community from a public, professional standpoint is one thing, but when it gets personal and lands right inside your own family, the stakes hit differently. According to insiders, Matthew was not convinced by Jules' club appearance or the story attached to it at all. Even if Jules is figuring himself out or choosing to be open, Matthew reportedly felt like this wasn't the way to handle it, especially not in such a loud public setting that invites non-stop speculation. He reportedly told family advisors that appearances like this can backfire, especially when the internet is so quick to amplify perceived missteps. From his perspective, this wasn't just about Jules, it was about the entire Knowles brand. That last name carries serious weight, and with that comes pressure to move carefully. Matthew was reportedly concerned that Jules could easily become a target, praised one minute, then dragged the next depending on how the internet decides to react. And let's be real, that cycle happens fast online. One small post or misinterpreted quote could spiral into a full-blown controversy that ends up overshadowing other family projects and campaigns. It didn't take long for things to prove his concerns either. The moment Jules actually showed up at the club, people were watching closely, and what they saw only added more confusion. Instead of fully engaging with the crowd or embracing the moment, Jules reportedly kept to himself, barely interacting with anyone. That alone had people questioning what the whole appearance was really about. Then things got even more awkward when a publication called him out for not following through with an interview. That raised even more eyebrows, especially since appearances like this usually come with some level of promotion or connection with the audience. And to top it off, he was only there for a short time before leaving. So now the conversation flipped again. Instead of clarity, people were left with more questions, more doubt, and even more attention locked onto every move he makes next. Fans are dissecting every story, thread, and post, making it impossible for this drama to cool off anytime soon.
The girls and the gays and the dolls and the theys are mad. They're mad as hell that Jules Smith, the son of Solange Knowles' model and somewhat of an influencer perhaps, came to Atlanta, booked and paid to be at the club for the gays, the black gays in Atlanta, and he didn't do much of anything.
The scrutiny is intense, and Matthew reportedly feels like Jules is learning the hard way that family ties don't make anyone immune from consequences. At this point, everything is starting to stack up, and the situation is getting harder to brush off as just internet talk. When multiple moments, posts, and past situations keep resurfacing all at once, people start connecting dots, even if not all of them are fully confirmed. And that's exactly what's happening to Jules right now. The narrative is growing bigger than any one incident, and it's starting to shape how people see him overall. Social media users are compiling timelines, reposting old clips, and creating detailed threads connecting his past. Moves with the current drama. What makes this even more intense is how fast the conversation keeps shifting. One day it's about the club appearance, the next it's about old messages, then it circles back to his responses online. It's like every angle is being explored at the same time, and there's no room for anything to just settle down. That kind of constant attention can turn small issues into major talking points overnight. Fans are dissecting captions, reposting screenshots, and trying to read every subtle action as a potential statement. Meanwhile, people are also starting to question what his long-term plan even is. Is he trying to build a serious career in entertainment and fashion, or is he leaning into controversy to stay relevant? That question keeps popping up, and the more unpredictable his moves seem, the louder those conversations get. Some say he's experimenting with his image. Others argue he's chasing virality, and debates about authenticity have exploded online. And let's not ignore how this reflects on the bigger picture. Being tied to a high-profile family means every headline carries extra weight. Even if he's moving independently, the public doesn't separate it that easily. So every situation ends up feeding into a larger story about the family as a whole, whether that's fair or not. Threads dissect his posts, interviews, and social interactions, and suddenly even harmless actions are turned into talking points. Now the real issue is momentum. Once a certain image starts forming online, it can be tough to change direction quickly. People hold on to first impressions, clips, and viral moments, and they keep replaying them. So even if Jules tries to pivot or move differently, he's still dealing with everything that came before it. The spotlight is relentless, and every post is scrutinized. The pressure is intense, and every choice becomes a potential headline. Right now, he's at a turning point. The next moves he makes could either shift the narrative in a better direction or lock this reputation in even deeper. And with everyone watching closely, there's no such thing as a small move anymore. Every gesture, post, or appearance can fuel the online fire, and the consequences could stick for months or even years.
Son of Solange Knowles, model and somewhat of an influencer perhaps, came to Atlanta, booked and paid to be at the club for the gays, the black gays in Atlanta, and he didn't do much of anything. Maybe they said he got up in that club with 11 women and didn't say shit to them gays, didn't say a thing to them, that he didn't get on the microphone, didn't greet them, didn't speak to them, didn't say a thing, didn't do nothing. See, as Dominique Morgan said, there's a teach of nuance here. Imagine. Because why are you mad at a straight man for being straight? Like, why you mad about it? Are you really mad and got smoke for Jules, or do you have smoke for the promoters that brought him into the city? Like, that gave him this opportunity, that came in, maybe didn't give clear directions on what they wanted. Is that maybe who you're mad at? Because the people that have the coin are choosing to pay people.
Once again, this is the kind of move celebrities make all the time because club appearances are known as one of the easiest ways to get paid fast. They pull up, smile for a few cameras, maybe wave at the crowd, collect their money, and then they're out the door just like that. And honestly, that's exactly what Jules did too. But this time, it didn't land the way he probably expected at all. The public saw it as something more than just a quick appearance, and the internet immediately jumped to conclusions. Instead of it being seen as a normal appearance, people immediately started calling him out, accusing him of being misleading and using the moment and the crowd for a quick check. The reaction wasn't mild either. It came in loud and non-stop. Social media lit up with people dragging him, questioning his intentions, and saying the whole thing felt off from the start. Every clip, screenshot, and comment became fuel for discussion. Fans dissected his body language, his expressions, and even the timing of his entrance and exit. And the pressure clearly got to him, because Jules didn't just stay quiet and let things cool down. Nope, he jumped right online and went on a rant trying to explain himself and clear the air. He said the whole situation was basically his way of clapping back at all the rumors people have been spreading about him. According to him, he never confirmed anything about his personal life, so this was his way of responding without directly addressing it before. But instead of calming things down, that response just added more fuel to the situation. Then he took it even further with a couple of posts that really had people talking. He said things like, "When you realize ain't nothing but a club and some money to be made," and even added, "Y'all don't be mad when I come 20 girls deep." And that right there made the backlash even louder. People began debating whether he was over-explaining, trolling, or simply trying to justify his actions. Social media blew up with opinions, memes, and threads analyzing his every word. At that point, a lot of people felt like he was doing too much trying to prove a point. Instead of letting the moment pass, he kept responding, and it started to come off like over-explaining. And online, that never goes smoothly. Now people are watching even closer, picking apart every word and turning it into an even bigger conversation than it needed to be. The energy is relentless, and the situation keeps evolving with every post or comment Jules makes. At this point, everything Jules does keeps stacking up, and the situation is spiraling beyond simple internet mates. Chatter. Every post, every club appearance, every leaked message is now part of an ongoing narrative that people are dissecting online. What might have been a simple moment for attention has become an ongoing saga, with threads, memes, screenshots, and discussions popping up across Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Reddit. It's like the internet refuses to let this go, and Jules is now a permanent fixture in this story. Every move he makes is being scrutinized, analyzed, and interpreted, whether fairly or not. What makes this even more intense is how quickly the conversation shifts. One day it's the Club Opium appearance, the next it's about old texts, and then suddenly it's about how he posts online or interacts with fans. Every angle is under a microscope, leaving no space for mistakes.
So we were gonna get your interview outside when you leave. That's cool. Not doing that. You said you're not doing one? Oh, they missed you there. Okay, cool. You said you're not doing one. Okay, yeah. Huh? No interview? Nope. Can you do a shout out? Nope.
Fans and critics alike are trying to predict what he will do next, and that speculation alone is generating even more attention. Some users even started compiling timelines of his appearances, captions, and interactions to connect the dots, creating a narrative that seems bigger than any one event. Meanwhile, questions about his long-term strategy are circulating. Is Jules trying to build a serious career in modeling and entertainment, or is he leaning into controversy to stay relevant? Observers point out that some of his online posts seem designed to provoke reactions, while others believe he's just expressing himself freely. The unpredictability has made him a lightning rod for discussion, and the more he posts, the more intense the scrutiny becomes. And it's not just online attention. Being part of the Knowles family carries major weight. Every headline, viral post, or gossip article reflects not only on him, but on the larger family brand. Even innocent actions are blown up under the public lens, and Matthew's earlier concerns about reputational risk seem prescient. People have started to draw connections between Jules' choices and the family's past. Controversies, from media leaks to public speculation, showing how difficult it is to separate him from the family legacy. Now, the real issue is momentum. Once a certain image forms online, it's almost impossible to fully pivot without backlash. Fans hold on to first impressions, viral clips, and past moments, making it difficult for Jules to change public perception. Every post becomes fodder for commentary, and every appearance is analyzed for intent. The pressure is relentless, and the decisions he makes now will shape how this entire saga unfolds. Right now, Jules is at a critical crossroads. One move in the wrong direction could solidify the narrative, while one smart, measured choice might shift things in a better light. And Matthew is reportedly more annoyed about this than anyone. And honestly, he has every right to be. Sources close to the family say he's almost done tolerating Jules' antics, which he sees as petty drama that could have been avoided. Matthew's biggest concern is how it reflects on the Knowles family brand. Every headline, every viral post, and every social media discussion adds pressure, and he's frustrated seeing the family legacy entangled in what he considers unnecessary chaos. What's really blowing up online now are old stories resurfacing.
Coming to Atlanta to host a club, a gay club, and basically not wanting to be around the gays. He came in with women, sat in the section, and looked at them folks like, I got on my Dementor cloth. I don't want to talk to y'all. I ain't got no questions. No pictures, please. Y'all flew me out. All expenses are paid for. Y'all paid for the hotel, paid me for being at the event, paid me to get to the event, and I gave y'all absolutely nothing. Solange Knowles' son, who best known for being in the Soldier video. If you know what I mean. Because what other place is he famous? He's not even known in straight spaces. He's not even a famous heterosexual amongst other heterosexuals. He is only famous in gay spaces because he's Beyonce's nephew, Solange's son, and he's light-skinned with green eyes. He's not even a good model. That Solange should come out and say something. This is her son, and this looks bad for the brand. This looks bad for folks who are fans of Beyonce and Solange Knowles, and he has taken advantage of that.
Remember the drama with Jules and Sky Jackson? Allegedly, Jules leaked private texts and posted in group chats about her alleged infidelity, which fueled months of speculation and criticism. In one chat, when a friend asked if Sky cheated, Jules reportedly responded, she cheated. Another asked why she posted, throw Libra men away, and Jules allegedly replied, Because I made sure to ruin her life. I ed her good, got her addicted, and then left her. Whether all the details are 100% accurate or slightly exaggerated online, the narrative became a viral talking point, and it fueled the perception that Jules has a history of controversial, reckless decisions. Meanwhile, the backlash online has intensified. People are calling out his alleged behavior on social media, pointing out that he took money for appearances or interviews he didn't follow through on, or that he attacked people under burner accounts. Fans have become exhausted with his antics, with some saying, "You shouldn't have agreed to that in the first place." The cycle of attention, controversy, and defense has become a whirlwind that's hard to escape. So, the big question now, was Jules really playing the gay community for attention, or was it just a move to secure a quick bag? People are debating it fiercely online, and every new post, story, or meme adds fuel to the fire. Matthew's frustration seems validated. Once again, Jules' personal decisions are turning into family-wide scrutiny. And anytime Jules pulls a stunt like this, he leans on the Beyoncé card, allegedly writing, "My aunt is Beyoncé. You really think I'm gonna get sued? Take the next guest. Effing idiot. I don't care anymore. I still gave that dark a B word. D, stop leaking the Fing chats." Unlike the rest of the family, he doesn't stay quiet. Rumor has it he's even using burner accounts to attack people online, keeping the chaos alive. Now we want to hear from you. What do you think? Did Jules Smith really play the gay community? Or was he just securing the bag? Sound off in the comments below with your thoughts, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more drama, and share this video so no one misses the tea. Stay tuned for more updates, and I'll see you in the next one.